of a year GoldBod. Ura Sammy Gyamfi, yes, still a yejinaho, yes, say, Ghana to me be a new ho, so suma will be a son to go to. And when I have made a legitimate argument, an argument that is absolutely clear, na manyam krofo bi say wo mo nu mo educate Afrifa on the law simply because me di twi na kire mu ma sofo line for na force for na tiase. So they say they educating me on the law. So one argument and say yeah, one kohunu say you say under section 26 and 27 there is licensing of aggregators. So because we license here, automatically that licensing transcends into so we agent of the state or kotogo. How did we get here? Does the GoldBod Act allows for licensing of aggregators? Yes. Does the Act allows for a year funding, handing over the state money to aggregators? No. Does it allow them so by turning them into a purchasing agent of the Republic? No. The law is loud, the law is clear, and the law is binding. Already Section 3, Section 3 is stating the core function of GoldBod, which is non-delegable. Because man you think you know the law more than I do? Section 3.2 says automatically, also GoldBod has the sole authority to purchase and sell gold from miners other than any large-scale miner. Very clear, very unambiguous. It's because a sole authority. It means an exclusive jurisdiction. It means non-transferable jurisdiction. It's a GoldBod into me appointing any private company say on Konkoto. Almost a Koko here section 26-27. It is a material Afrifa near say Santiago na yesi wi amwase. Me na metonwa e wo ho nyina obi ani tumi so otonwa. Obi ani tumi so otonwa. It is the idea of licensing is and I'm saying me no metonwa ni mintimi enko ye ade ni friend say enko sesa nwa by myself nti. Yes, ye na he you Kofi o say kadache metimi asesa nwa ni biabo me say no problem. Okwo sesa bi ba beto. The difference between Okwasi Sebiba Meto, which is licensing, and the entire license under section 26 and 27, is for regulatory purposes, regulatory function. It does not automatically transcend into a physical and as a financial function. It is a Kofi says or Kwakoshu be the Abremia. I don't know. The only reason TML licensing is the modalities within which you operate is and one hour kofabano. Some one essay yet essay titia essay. It is a licensing crofosed by your regulatory or more activities within the space. But the very moment I may mean bottom sikadia suma kofi or says kofi konne kokoto a young wabremeno. It creates what we call a principal and agent relationship, for which liability will lie in the event that there's any encumbrances. And I sit there and I make a coherent argument to this effect. And you tell me, sir, until the echo sonase. It is a license will be. Oko hwehwe bi ba meto. Oko hwehwe bi ba na meto na wo kona so obi yakronfo ji usika ekwanmu a. Emfa me ho. Because man fa misika ma wo. But the very moment I be take state in this mu obi say, if there is any encumbrances, liability will lie on the state. When the law wanted to fund any activity within the GoldBod Act, Section 31E was very clear on who gets funding. It says that it shall provide funding for small-scale miners in the form of equipment. The act is very direct. It supports miners, not aggregators, not middlemen, not politically selected companies. So nobody should come and sit here and say, we do not understand it because Section 26 and 27 says licensing. On one Sammy Gyamfi, said there is no license in this country. And we get the benefit of aggregators because the law did not contemplate funding of aggregators. It is the creation of Sammy Gyamfi and the GoldBod, which is an illegality, which is a crime being perpetrated on the people. Section 25.2 talks about funding for minors, not you can't say. And you tell me so until the year can I say. What kind of arrogance of power is this? Because we do not go around behaving like bourgeois class, some disappointed Europeans who speak all the big English. What nonsense I remember the act was very clear on who is a beneficiary. Minus. It does not need any interpretation. Funds are supposed to, if in the contemplation of the framers of the act, they wanted to fund aggregators, they would have been very direct and very clear under funding. When GoldBod gives our money to an aggregator before the gold is delivered, that is not support, that is not policy, that is illegality. Mo de brofoni ade ni hwemra manfo na as though as a mudi ade ane hwamai. Lord man kwa nkosu asem bese me lawyer. That is not the purpose for me entering into law school. Yentie Sammy Gyamfi, yentie no.
Ability criteria for the aggregator license in 2025. That is why Bower Rock is the only person as at now to have been licensed as an aggregator of the GoldBod. But that license application and approval process that the board of GoldBod, the governing board of GoldBod does, not Sammy Gyamfi as CEO. Sammy Gyamfi as CEO and management only recommends. The board grants approval for aggregator license. That process is an ongoing process. It has not terminated. So today we can have one aggregator. Tomorrow we may have 0 because we can even revoke his license or suspend his license. Tomorrow we can have 10 because 10 people can meet our eligibility criteria. So people say, Bawa is the only one buying gold. They don't understand. They lack information. We have 900 licensed buyers, all of whom buy gold. Then they say, why is he only the aggregator? He's the only aggregator because he's the only one who has met the eligibility criteria. Let me tell you something. When we say an aggregator, what do people understand by that? There is nothing, there is no license in Ghana that enjoys the benefits of an aggregator license. Some say, have you heard? That is why Bower Rock is the only person as at now.
There is no license in this country that enjoys the benefit of an aggregator license. So NPA license will be a, and NPA and the finance many panel. How does licensing automatically transcend into financing? The only reason it is so under GoldBod is because it is a creation of Sammy Gyamfi and the GoldBod, which is an illegality. Now I'm making argument to where to what. Before I make the argument, I have looked at comprehensively what the law says. If within the ambit of the law wanted to say fund will be a gobeka. Within the purview of the law, if the law wanted to fund aggregators, the law would have been very direct. Sammy Gyamfi no go create system wa omodi ye sika mu obi no magic akran chobu no omodi. And you say Mabeka say GoldBod no one suma obi aso onkoto. Yes, GoldBod doesn't send anybody say koto breme. Or license so wow call hwe bi na hwe bi ba dia meto. Just so the yemfa ye sika ma. Enti wo kwa no bibi to kwa mu anu nye ye asem. Because licensing is just a regulatory function, and your finance, and your free. Sammy Gyamfi me chere ye mra wo gina so odi esika eye obi foforo so nkoto ade mra. In the event to cross unu obi co contractor, mra no was very clear say unu obi co contractor, say any panel publish it, the requirements in the gazette. Where is the gazette? Where are they published? Where published terms only within the law, way. Section 27.2, it tells you, where is it? Where is the legal basis for giving state money to aggregators? Does it exist? You have some question where you ask, Katechine and the Ecosu Bank of Ghana and the GoldBod no ase. Amemo kan kaya mubu no na mementi ase na wana ti ase. Amemo no amubu amemo kan kan because me bana me bedi nkomo a me nkeke kaburofo nti. Mos momo trim amemo no ase cheme. Amemo be na mo ti ase. I chose to go down to the level of the people by using the analogy of a Goro boy. Because that is what Sofo life for Betias here. Even if you, GoldBod, wanted to enter into any such agreement, Section 42 says that for transparency's sake, you must publish the agreement to the Ghanaian people. As it stands, an agreement in a way. One about rock agreement in a way. We also saw Asem so because Sammy Gyamfi ba a year show so ye koko ye research near the Ama Sammy Gyamfi. Na Sammy Gyamfi abetra no awatre. He is the communications officer of the NDC. Oba show so they pull out all manner of resources and research bia near the Amano. No abetra no awatre. Or rather years you and Sammy Gyamfi abe to what Tenyomasi a check at the Chief River. And you ma na say. And you ma ben what you say. The PMMC model na wo run ya in section 75 was very direct and very clear. Said by the coming into force of the GoldBod Act, section 75 says that there is a repeal of the PMMC Act. So anything you do that seeks to rest on the model of PMMC is illegitimate and illegality. I'm a trying to come from Timosi one thing your man wa ekona say. Niama be na mo ya menti ase. Huh? In contemplation of Parliament, omo passe mrano, omo ankasi yamfi sika nkomo bia. Munya journey arrogance of power saying because the law is very clear on this. Licensing aggregators is legal, yes, but delegating the state purchasing authority to the aggregators is illegal. Financing aggregators is illegal. Creating a principal agent relationship between the two is illegal. The arrogance of power na mo nya tumi kakra. Modwe se moti de mo ye nyina ase. Ya ye tie kire ne ye ase. Ede na mo ya ye ase. Sammy Gyamfi to us wachi GoldBod for. Muntie no.
48 hours after announcing the end of a grace period for foreign nationals in the gold trade, GoldBod is cracking down. CEO Sammy Gyamfi says some foreign traders have defied the directive, and now a 10-man Chinese syndicate operating from a private residence in Asem has been busted.
10 of them who were hiding somewhere in Asem in the western region. Were hiding in a private residence. So we got gold of about 1.3 kg. We got cash of about 1.3 million. So what they do is that they convert the money into casino cars. Casino cars we got, these are not all. We have a lot of them. These are not all. And when you see a casino card like this, it is money. And they are so important to them so that the casino cars were in this two huge safes that we can make available to you for you to photograph. And these are the pieces of the gold bars that we got from them. You can see that for them to have been able to convert the gold into this form, it means that they have a foundry.
Where Sammy Gyamfi, Mumusa Sammy Gyamfi say way. Enipa no wachichi wo mo way. Sammy Gyamfi na do way by say GoldBod uncovers gold smuggling syndicate. E wo he Mumusa no. Mumusa Sammy Gyamfi say enipa we 3 suspect gold smugglers arrested omo way case na kodru he. Mumusa Sammy Gyamfi say national security arrest 25 of illegal gold trade case no akodru he. Sammy Gyamfi no GoldBod no ana wono atworo ha the second quarter report or the baye ana atworo ha yi the second quarter report wo hwe ba bia ya atworo legal cases in Asia. Also during the quarter the legal directorate handled 17 criminal cases. Of the 17 criminal cases that were instituted, 12 of them were discontinued. Mumusa Sammy Gyamfi said on what basis did he discontinue such cases? Mumusa Sammy Gyamfi said on what basis did he discontinue such cases? Oh yeah, domain market for man so Sammyin na we buy Sammyin na we buy because we be no na ayi buachi bidi nam so Sammy Gyamfi de onkoji bibia but Mumusa Sammy Gyamfi say the reason here for they discontinue cases in the NSA na dressa mummy asonko didi na fa he kosi he na GoldBod na Okatakyie what kind of nonsensical arrogance of power is that? I mean, to me, be a mente administration, mente governance, and leadership. I say, Emamo, simply because I come and sit here and I make a tree. Make a tree because I'm a man for the Betiasi. Line up your finest brains within your party, any day, anytime. Not in any rehearsed portfolio. Let them meet me any day, anytime on any topic of their choice. And let's see if any of you will stand my intellectual firepower. You are creating the image say because me catch you in it. As a more pain and more pain and fire. A big tie a big bunny. A dear no. A baby. Sammy Gyamfi be ko interviewer. You pull all resources in it. A year you man no about betrasi. No rata. You so Sammy Gyamfi do abiu. Obey dear baby. Men am your communications officer of the NDC. And I'm the whole NDC communication machinery behind me. A dear resources na mean to me pull. Of a Muslim who knows